The FAA allowed Boeing to roll out a new redesigned 737 with new computer software called MCAS on board, new engine formations, redesigned winglets, and yet the FAA allowed Boeing to promote the MAX as being so similar to recent versions of a 737 that airlines would save millions on training because experienced 737 pilots would require no more than a computer course to fly it.
The FAA approved this for 2.5 hours of computer-based training for the transition between the two aircraft.
737 pilot and union rep Jason Goldberg says his training consisted of 56 minutes on an iPad. It never mentioned MCAS.
Our pilots were not aware of the existence of the MCAS system at all, nor did we have any reference prior to the Lion Air crash that the MCAS system existed or what it actually did.
On Capitol Hill, the question is why.
Clearly, confidence in FAA as the gold standard for aviation safety has been shaken.
Why did the FAA allow Boeing to roll out a system that no one knew about? Why were the retraining requirements so minimal? And was the relationship between federal regulators and Boeing so cozy that the FAA overlooked some crucial safety issues? It's all under review, say U.S. transportation officials.
The FAA will go wherever the facts lead us in our pursuit of safety.
Fact is, the FAA doesn't have the resources. The federal agency tasked with making sure new airplanes are safe is allowed to outsource inspections to delegated organizations which are designated to perform the authorized functions of the FAA. Who are they? In this case, they are Boeing employees hired by Boeing, paid by Boeing to oversee Boeing.
Boeing hires their own people, they certify their own people, they oversee their own people with how they get this airplane manufactured. The FAA has very little, if anything, to do with the actual manufacture of the aircraft.
Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao on Capitol Hill today admitted there may be a problem.
The FAA does not build planes. They certify. They need to have the input from the manufacturer. Having said that, I am, of course, concerned about any allegations of coziness with any company, manufacturer.
As lawmakers debated with regulators, Boeing rolled out software fixes it hopes will lift the grounding of its 737 MAX. Not an admission the system caused the crash, but according to Boeing, a way to make it more robust, and we're making that change now. The company says its MCAS computer system that points the airplane nose down in the event of a potential stall will not engage unless two instruments that measure the angle a plane is flying agree something is wrong. Up until now, the plane relied on just one reading with no backup. Once FAA approves, Boeing officials say planes could be back in the air in days. And for 737 MAX pilots, all you'll have to take is a computer-based training around the upgrade, which would last about a half an hour.
Erin, Boeing is also going to make standard a warning light about the angle of flight, which in the past was sold to airlines as an upgrade. But until the FAA approves all these changes, that 737 MAX will remain grounded.